Hello everyone and welcome back to BattleBox Batreb, and here we have a new faction for Space Weirdos. These guys here are the Splicer Gangs. The idea is they're a human criminal group who genetically encode themselves with alien DNA, which actually makes them terrifyingly powerful. On the whole, they are very, very good individually, actually. But their gimmick is they are mutants, so speed and natural weapons are a lot cheaper. And that means, yeah. So they are all speed 2. The big one they have is they are all they all have D10 on the defense, so they are very, very hard to put down. The boss is 2d10s on firepower and on prowess. Everyone else is 2d8s on everything. But the boss here is the one with the 2 pistols. He has heavy pistols and horrible claws and teeth, which means that his shooting and melee all have +1 on under attack rolls. The rocket launcher only has regular claws and teeth, so he's actually not bad in melee, but he's got a rocket launcher. We have 2 shotgun guys and 2 pistol guys who are slightly different. The shotgunners are slightly more accurate at long range. The handgunners are fairly inaccurate over 5 inches, but they always get +1 damage on +1 on damage rolls, which means that this entire team hits like a truck, can take hits like a tank, and are generally there's only 6 of them for a reason. They are very, very, very good individually. They are all maxed out on points. They are very, very scary. So I'm interested to see how they go against the first team I ever made, the Shurn Khanate, who are absolutely lovely, but I think you can tell that I got more confident with list building as we went on. So for those of you who are just joining in, the Khan is a melee blender. The entire team is speed 3. They are incredibly fast. He's got a prowess and willpower of 2d10 and melee and defense of 2d8. He also has horrible claws, which means that he actually has the same melee weapon as most of this lot. But still, yeah. The shaman has no ranged attacks, but he is a telekinetic. The blaster is a guy with a rocket launcher, and the 4 raiders are fast but otherwise fairly generic auto rifle troops. Important point for these guys are the gang boss has monstrous as his leader ability, so non-leader models must succeed in a willpower roll to charge him. Probably not going to be an issue. These guys are more likely to charge than be charged, but still, it may come up in later fights, especially against the Virpoids and the especially the Kuratech automatons, who are not very willpower heavy, and yeah, need to get into melee. So this could be a very, very fun fight. And on that note, deployment. And here is the deployment. On the Shurn side, we have got 2 groups of raiders. We've got the blaster ready to take high ground over here. We have the shaman and the Khan in the middle, ready to hurtle the Khan 20 inches down the board in the first turn. On the Splicer side, we have got the rocket launcher dude. He's also ready to try and take high ground, but it's going to be a slightly longer run for him. The two handgunners with the boss in the middle, and the two shotgunners on the side, ready to do a bit of flanking because they can. They're slightly more accurate at range. So, who's going to go first? Is it going to be the Splicer Gang with a 9 or the Shurn with a 6? The Splicer Gang are going first. The boss has run up here to take cover behind the truck in the centre, ready to move out and start beating people up next turn. And the shaman is going to try and move the Khan up. The difficulty is on 2d6, there's a 10. The willpower roll is, well, 2d10s. That's an 8. It's going to fail the psychic roll. So going to move up 5 inches and do nothing else. The shaman has kind of furtively moved up because it's all he can do with one last action. The rocket launcher has just moved up here, ready to come up and shoot next turn. And over here, the blaster has moved over here, gone up 1, and is now going to take a shot down here, and it's going to be able to hit both of them. Now, he's spending 2 command points to offset the -1 dice type. They're not going to bother because they're on D10s for defense. Jesus Christ. The first one gets a defense of 11 versus, that's a 14, so it is going to be a hit. Okay, 10 is a kill. That is 1 dead already. Cool. Second one, defense of 6 versus 4, +1 from the targeting reticule. Still, that's not fantastic if I'm being 100% honest with you. Off. That's nasty. These guys' turn. In response, the first shotgunner has moved up into cover here and is going to take a shot at the shaman. Now, he's going to spend a command point because otherwise he's down to D4s on the shots. It's up to D6s. The shaman is not spending a command point. He's going to get 6 versus 5. Even with a command point, he's managed to... Oh! No, 5. Rerolls 1s, not 1s and 2s, which is a very, very important thing. It's a very important factor to bring in. So, yeah. Time to move up more dudes, basically. The raider has run up here and is going to spend a command point to shoot the boss, who is also going to spend a command point to save himself. So it's 2d12s for 12 versus 2d8 for 6. Sorry, 13. He also has heavily armored because of course he does. And yeah, that is not enough. He is still alive. And the thing is, because these guys all cost exactly the maximum amount of points, there's actually very little that they can do. Like, there's not many of them. Each death is really, really heavy. So, yeah. Sucks to be them, I guess. Okay, second shotgunner has just run up behind the building here. The second raider on this side has moved up to there and up on top of the building, where he can also take a shot at the pistol guy, who's going to spend a command point to defend. See, the armor's really, really good until you start rolling double 1s, at which point that is a triple, so that is +2 to the roll. Okay, that's a 6. 6 is he moves 5 inches and goes down. Oh, that's actually pretty good for him. I'm going to measure him up because he's immediately going to get up and start moving. Okay, the dodge forward got him to there. He stood up and then went thump and flump. So, yeah, he's moving up specifically because I hope he can take some of this firepower. At which point, he's like, one of these guys on their own can threaten an entire flank. They are very, very powerful unless I roll really, really badly. The Shurn have all of the plays now, so I'm going to see what they can do. But yeah, if they can get the initiative next turn, then he might be able to do some quite serious damage on this flank. So yeah, that's a thing to worry about. Let's get these guys moving and see what happens. Okay, the finale. The Khan has just run in to engage this guy in melee. Now whoever goes first is going to get a decent swing on the other one. And over here, one of the raiders has moved up to get the high ground here, and the other raider has run in to grab the middle. Like, these guys are so fast. It's so good. So good. And yeah, that's the end of turn one. Bit of a... I'm going to be honest, I wasn't expecting one of the gangers to take it like a stray shot on the first turn, but that's kind of the beauty of Space Weirdos. Sometimes you just roll like really badly on the defense, and someone just gets murked in a single shot. No one is safe. But now we go into turn two. Okay, it is kind of important to see who's going first, because one of these people is about to get the crap kicked out of them. So, the gangers get an 8 versus, oh no! This guy is going to turn to face the poor Khan. I think they're both going to start dropping some... yep, they are definitely both going to start dropping some things. Command points. Actually, it's not too bad for the Khan, mainly because the gangers, the weapon's really good, but he's only 2d8 in melee, so it's going to be 2d10 versus 2d10. Still, I wouldn't want to be in this position, but meh. The Khan gets 15 on the defense versus 9. Second attack, that is 16 on the defense versus 18. That is a hit. +1 on the damage roll. He absolutely just murks the Khan. The Khan is just dead. And you know what? He's going to stay where he is, spend his last command point to automate this a D10, and is going to shoot the shoot this dude here. Hell yes. This dude is not, he's in cover, so he gets D10s on defense. That is 11 on the defense versus 15. That is a hit for 5. He gets a free 5-inch move. And you know what I think the best 5-inch move is going to be? Yeah, moving him. If he moves along here, 5 inches, I have a plan here. And that plan is, I'm just going to be straight with you. He is going to move up here. He is going to try and assassinate the boss. Moved 1, aimed 1, and he's going to... No, he can't spend a command point, but he is going to aim to move him up to D10s on the attack roll versus... yeah, screw it, D10s on the defense roll. So, D10 +1. So, that is 10 on defense. So 11 on defense versus 4. Oh no. Actually, do you know what? I don't know whether the boss is going to charge the raider, because the boss could kill him, which would be funny. You know what? Yeah, the boss is going to move up to here on the other side of the barricade, put his gun over the top. It is going to drop his defense down to a D8, so it's D8 versus D8, but he is definitely within 5 inches. So the defense is 9, the offense is 14, so he definitely hits. A heavy pistol, so +1 to the dice roll. 3. he gets to shoot back. And the boss has D10 plus 1 on defense for 6 versus 15. That is, then this is true, doubled for plus 1 on the damage roll. Nope. 7 knocks him down. Oh no. Oh, very no. You know what? He's going to aim once and just shoot the boss. Put it onto D10s versus D10s. But he's already down. So defense of 5. Offensive 16 is tripled. So that is plus 2. 6, 7, 8. He is down and stunned. Second round into him is D8s on the defense. For 9 versus 2. Cool. I mean, he's still kind of screwed, if we're being entirely honest, because he can't get up until his next turn. However, he can move up here. He can go up here. He can aim once. And he can then fire into these 2 over here. Hello, this is my right hand. I do have one. Very rarely comes up. But yes, defenses of 2d8 versus an aim as well. That's going to put him up to a firepower of d10s. Oh dear. The Raider first gets 7 versus 16. That is doubled for plus 1. 7. He's knocked down, but that's it. The Blaster gets 14 versus 3. The Blaster's fine. Okay. God, there is part of me that wants to try and kill off the boss. But before any of these shenanigans can continue, the Blaster is going to aim twice and shoot the rocket launcher in the face, because that puts him up to D12 plus 1 versus D8s. So the defense is 9. That's D8, so I want the D12s. D12, 9 versus 12, because it gets plus 1 from the targeting matrix. There's my D6s. 6, okay, he can move 5 inches. I think I'm just going to move him over here. I would say I have a plan, but that would be a lie. Oh, one of those 2 has got to go next. I'm not sure who or what. Something good. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm going to have to actually turn off the camera so I can think. Yeah, he's going up there and up there to try and shoot that Raider before he can activate. Unfortunately, that means he's on D6s and he can't up his dice type anymore. That is defense of 14. He can't be hit. So, yeah, that Raider is going to stay where he is. This Raider is going to stand up, going to jump down here 5 inches, and he is going to shoot him in the side. Unfortunately, because of the he's only moved once, so he still gets his D8. He doesn't get his he just can't aim. So yeah, he gets 1 shot into him. He's got D8 plus 1 on the defense. That's gonna be 8 versus an 8, which means he bounces off his armor. Oh, probably that much firepower into him is maybe a bad idea, but they're all equally hard to kill, and if they can get rid of him, that will be quite important for the long-term health of the team. I'm not sure what he's going to do. He's the only person who's these two are the only ones who can activate now. So I'm not sure who's actually what's going to happen now. Yay! He has moved a little bit out there and then over here just to shotgun him in the side. That is D8s on the defense for 3 versus 3 versus 12. That is 4 times. Unfortunately, it only gets to a maximum +2, then +1 from the shotgun. That is +3. So yes, he is dead. Real dead. Yeah. Now they're in close. Just close range firepower is doing absolute wonders. Right. Yeah, they've got the numbers are not entirely working when it's this. Like these guys are so hard to shift. Well, I'm going to try. I think I can charge with the shaman. If I can kill him, that means he might be able to get down and get another shot in on the boss. We can try and kill him before anything bad happens. So, shaman. Okay, he has charged in. He's got a power weapon, so he's slightly more accurate, but they're both on 2d8s. So, defense of 7, offense of 8. It hits. 2d6 on the damage roll, gets 5. 5 on under attack. Melee happens so rarely in this game. The defending model moves 1 stick directly away. So I guess he's going to move. It's 5 inches back that way. So yes, the last person to go is him. And I think I can run him 10 inches up to get one last shot on this guy. It's not a particularly high quality shot, but it's there. So yeah, let's try and do it. No, he's not. He's going to stand there. He's going to aim, and he's going to put 2 rounds just downfield into him. It's D10 versus D10, but he gets 2 shots. So it's 12 on defense because he's got +1 from heavily armored versus 16. Yes, this was the correct choice. 10. Yes, he kills the boss and has a shot to spare, which he's just going to put into that shotgunner there. Because now it's D8s versus D10s. So, defense of 8. Offense of 14. That is a hit. 10. Oh my god. It's normally the yellow ones, but this time he's blue and he's getting all the kills. So. We're on to the end of the second turn. And it is time for a willpower check to see if these guys break. The difficulty is 8, and the difficulty for this is the highest willpower, and willpower is their crap stat. So 6, yeah, they fail. They are taking initiative rolls on D4s. The Shurn are kind of doing a lot better in this than I thought they were going to. But that's also because the gangers are getting a lot of very, very, very bad rolls. So, and the Shurn are just pushing the offense as much as possible. So, yeah. Next turn. Right, it is an initiative roll for the ages. And that initiative roll is 3 for the Splicer Gangs versus 9 for the... Oh no! I think he's going to go first. He is going to aim once, and he's going to start by shooting the rocket launcher guy. So he's also going to spend a command point. The rocket launcher is also going to spend a command point. So defensive D10s for 11. Offense of 10. So, yeah, cool. He's going to shoot him again. Same rolls again. That's 11. Versus 3. Oh my god. The luck is beginning to change. I think... Rocket launcher guy is going to activate first because I think he's the biggest target. And he is going to try shooting the shaman. Is he? I don't know. I don't know if shooting the shaman is the best idea. I actually think him aiming twice to get it up to D12 and shooting that raider might actually be the best option. So that is what I'm going to do. So he gets D12. Raider is not going to bother command pointing this. So 3 on the defense. 15 on the offense. That is 5 times. Still only +2. 4, 8, 9, 10. Yes, he is blown up by a rocket launcher. But now, I think it's time for him. Our hero in blue over there is going to aim once. He's going to drop his last command point and try and shoot him, actually, first. They're both going to spend their last command points. So aim once gets him up to a D12 versus a D10s on the defense. So that is going to be a defense of 9 versus offense of 12. That's a 9. So he does hit. No modifiers, but 3. Oh no, he gets to shoot back. He's not very good. He's -1 dice type over 5 inches, and the defense is 6 versus 6. He just bounces off. Second shot. Neither side can spend command points, so it's D8 versus D10s. Defense of 4 versus an offense of 13. That is enough for +2 on the damage roll, though. Blows him away as well. Shotgun dude over there is the only person left. Good golly gosh. He may as well move up to here, so he is behind cover from everyone shooting on this direction, and he's going to try shotgunning him twice. Oh, it's all he's got. Defense of 2d8. Oh. That is 4. Offense of 2d8. 5. That's a hit though. +1 damage. 10. Oh, that is a kill. Oh, you know what? He is now going to move 5 inches over there, just so. Wait a minute. Rocket launcher is the only guy left. Okay, this is not going quite as well for the Shurn as I thought he was going to. Rocket launcher is, however, going to aim twice and shoot at him. So defense of D8 for 10, offense of 2d12 +1. For 9, he actually does miss that. Good gosh. Okay. Half the Shurn are gone as well. So they've also got to take a break test. That is 8 versus 5. Both of them are on 2d4s now. This is ridiculous. I was so sure this was going to be a one-sided stomp for the Shurn at one point, but now it is 2 gangers versus 3 Shurn. Both sides have lost 4. It's just the Shurn had an extra member. So, yeah, turn 3, turn 4. Oh, I think it's turn 4. I think it's going to be the deciding turn unless something really, really weird happens. Well, I think one side is going to be so out of it, it's not worth it anymore. So let's go. Look at them. I don't think it actually shows up in these games, but these are actually like half-sized dice, so these d4s are tiny. I'm going to roll them both at the same time for dramatic tension or something, and they are going to get 3 versus 2. The the gangers are going to go first, and I think he is going to aim twice and shoot at him. He's going to spend a command point to defend himself. Get up to, that's a D8. That's an 8 on the defense versus 10 on the offense. Come on, got to get that kill. Double 1, he can immediately shoot back. Both sides are going to spend a command point to put it up to D10 versus D10. Oh dear. Defense of 18 versus offense of 14. Both high rolls, but yeah, he's going to now. No, he's going to aim twice and shoot at him. He's going to spend another command point to defend, putting up to D10 versus D12. So defense of 4 versus offense of 25. Again, caps out at +2, sadly. That is 5 plus 2. He is downed but not out. Shotgun dude. I'm going to move shotgun dude up to here, where he will be within 5 inches of him, so he can get 2 shots. D8s versus D8s. So the defense is going to be 9 versus the offense of 6, and then defense of 10 versus the offense of, oh no, oh very dear. It's the Shurn's turn. The Shurn has complete, completely do it whatever he wants. Going to start with that one. He's going to aim and shoot down at the shotgun guy. You get 7 on the defense versus 13, not quite double, but still. It's 5. He gets a 5-inch move. He's going to move back here. So his second shot is going to be, into cover. He's going to take second shot into him. Again, D10 versus D8s. Defense of 9. Offense of 12. For he's dead. He's real dead, Jim. He's the only guy left. He is going to move 5 inches to here. He's going to aim once. He's going to shoot the shotgun guy for a D10 versus D8s. That is defense of 15 versus 2D10. Offense of 12. That is a miss. Now, we're into a weird position here where, oh God, I'm going to roll the dice. I think the game ends on a 5+. It very rarely gets here. Now, if the game ends now, the Shurn have actually lost this, because what I should have done was move him over here to at least force a draw. But I didn't do that. So, yeah, let's roll the dice and then check what happens. 4. 4 doesn't matter. Does this game end on a 5+, or is another turn on a 5+? It's very important when the PDF isn't loading. Help! Help! My computer's crap. That's the wrong page. Suspense! On a 5+, the game ends. Oh, so there is going to be another turn. And he has to survive. He's gonna die. See you in turn 5. Again, rolling both dice at the same time for a sense of dramatic tension. 6 versus 4. He's going to aim twice and just shoot down range. D10s versus D12s versus D10s. There is no reason not for both sides to try and pull out all the stops here. So 17 on the defense versus 13 on the offense. Second shot. 14 on the defense. 8 on the defense. He has pulled it off. He's going to move out here. He's actually going to take him. He's going to get to there. Another 2 shotgun shots into him. He's also going to spend his last command point. I'm not going to defend with command point. He's just going to take 1 shot off. D10s to hit, D8s on the defense. The defense is 10. The offense is 16. That is +1 to the damage roll. 5. He can move 5 inches. He's going to move up here, and he is immediately just going to move back so he can actually cap this objective. He too is just going to aim and shoot twice in. Good golly gosh, this is very, very stupid. D8s versus D10s again. Defense of 10 versus the offense of 9. Second shot. Defense of 5. Offense of 6. Great rolls, great rolls. 11, yeah, he's dead. For the record, I believe he on his own has been responsible for like 4 out of the 6 gangers being killed. This hasn't been the Shurn versus the Splicer Gang. It's been that guy versus the Splicer Gang. Hell yeah, he's a badass. And I believe this is also the first time the Shurn have won anything. So there's that. Complete tabling for the Shurn. As the Shurn did the tabling for once. It's very weird to say it. I'll see you in the debrief. So I'm going to be real. I'm just kind of happy to see this Shurn Khanate win anything. I do think that as you get more like confident with list building in this, you do start making dramatically better war bands. And I mean, this entire thing has been me experimenting with different factions. Like, what happens if you use the zombies from the actual book in an actual game? The answer is they're quite bad. Or what do you do if every single member of a team is max points? The Shurn Khanate, the only thing I really had in mind with them was that they were fast. I probably, honestly, I don't know how much I would change. I'd probably give them like shotguns or flamethrowers instead of rocket launched and auto rifles. Because the idea I had was they were like skirmishers, so they were very fast. They got into position, they could shoot, and then when people came, brought to bear, they could run away and go somewhere else. Doesn't really work in practice. That's more of like, I imagine they were very, very good in long-term battles, but like small skirmishes, not really. But yeah, the Splicer Gangs are incredibly tough, but all it takes is one band roll. And when you're me, one band roll happens about 50% of the time. So yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to this guy. He's the one that got the kills. Yeah. I'm putting the Khan front and center, but he doesn't deserve it. And yeah, it's just like I had a really, really fun little game with this one. Came down to the wire. I was not expecting that, but just they're awesome. They're very, very cool. I'm interested to see how they do against other things. I think they are going to do incredibly well against the Dolus, the Verpoids, and the Automatons. I don't know how well they're going to do against the against the Jaeger. Honestly, even as I'm saying I think they'll do well against the Verpoids, I honestly don't know, because the Verpoids can just outrange them. So we'll see. We will very much see. But that is for future games. Next up, it's going to be these guys versus the Jaeger, who are an incredibly shooty faction. I think these guys are going to suck against the Abductors. I think the Abductors are going to blow these guys off the table in like 2 rounds. But yeah, if you want to see that, I'm taking bets in the comments down below. And so at the end of this run, this is the last one, then we're moving on to Fallout factions. At the end of this one, anyone who calls in the next week before the next game, anyone who calls these guys wins against which faction, I will make a special video and call you out personally. But you have to do it before, what's the date today and what's the date? So 27th is when this one's going up. 27th of September. By the 4th of October 2025. If you make a call before then about how you think this lot are going to do against all the other factions, knowing that the Shurn Khanate beat them, but also knowing their strengths and weaknesses, then yeah, I will give you a shout out. And if you want to keep your eye on that and have a good idea of how they're going to go, remember to subscribe. Again, let me comment down below with predictions for these guys. I've just given you mine. I'm very bad at this. Yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching and have a great night. Bye.